Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
My wife and I are followers of the baby steps. We're on 4, 5, and 6. We have about $65,000 left on our mortgage, and then
Way to go.
we would be completely debt free. So that being said, my in-laws, her parents are not. They don't see eye to eye with that. They kind of do their own thing. I don't agree with anything financially that they do, pretty much, but that's them. That being said, they redid their will and were kind of updating it and kind of going over it with us. They want to leave us a timeshare and two rental properties, and we don't want any of it. My wife and I we don't want to be landlords, ever be landlords. That's not something we want to do.
And it's her parents, right?
It's her parents, yeah. Now, the problem really comes in where I'm a little bit more vocal than my wife. So now I look like I'm not appreciative. Or
you've already said all this, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It hasn't gone very well. I mean, tried to kind of say that, but basically it's like, I think this is like, especially the rental, not so much a timeshare, the rental stuff, I think they view as a legacy, I guess. But it's not something that, even if someone were to give us $1 million right now, my wife and I would not buy a rental property. It's just not something
that's fine. Yeah, that's cool.
Want to get into. Yeah. So,
well,
this is how to kind of tiptoe around it, but be direct.
Well, I think you've already been direct.
Yeah.
And now you're accused of being the ungrateful son-in-law.
Right.
Who's spoiling the whole family, messing up the whole thing. It was all going good till you came along.
Right.
Have they ever liked you, Pim? Has this always been a tumultuous relationship?
No. Honestly, it's been good, but like I said, it's just we've never kind of they just, like I said, they don't do.
Okay, so you said to them, "I don't want this," and now that hurt their feelings. That's where we sit today, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so what would you think I don't know what to do to solve that other than it's been said, because you don't need to say it again, right?
Right.
You told them, we don't want this. And and then they got their little feelings hurt.
Yeah. So, I don't know if we just bite the bullet and whenever that day comes, we would just sell it, or...
No. I think your conclusion is correct. The only thing I would have said, if you'd have called me before you talked to him about it, would have just been your wife needed to tell him, not you.
Gotcha. She was there. It's just,
I know, but she didn't carry the weight of it. You carried the weight of it.
It hits different when it comes from their own daughter.
Yeah. Dad, I love you and I appreciate you. We do things different. I don't want to be a landlord. I know it means a lot to you to have these rental properties, but Dad, I don't want to be a landlord. Thank you. It's very kind of you. And I certainly don't want dadgum timeshare. It's legalized fraud. I don't want anything to do with it. It's the worst industry on the planet. And so, she doesn't say all that, but she could just say, Dad, I love you, but no. And you sit there with your mouth shut. That would have been the only thing I would have changed about this scenario, but it's too late. That cat's out of the bag now, right?
Right, yeah.
No take-backs.
Any more discussions need to come from her.
Okay.
If you want to have a follow-up and make sure it's that the will is changed or whatever, it needs to come from her. Otherwise, if they die and you're still in the will with this stuff, you just put the rental properties on the market and sell them, and you never take the timeshare into your name and just let it go into default.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Because I did some research, and it looks like as long as you don't kind of sign any paperwork,
never touch anything. Don't even discuss the timeshare. Just pretend like it didn't exist, and it will it will deteriorate and it will go its own way.
And they can't go after
they can't come after me for their timeshare, and they can't come after you for their timeshare because neither one of us did this deal.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't force a contract on by inheritance.
Okay.
You'd have to be dumb enough to sign it when they put it in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you just say, no, you people can have that. Just take that back. Well, we'll sue you. Who are you going to sue? The estate? Yeah, good luck with that. You know, because they're not going to. The timeshare people are just gross.
They'll move on and find another victim.
Yeah, they're looking for old people that they can feed off of, and they bus them in from the Walmart parking lot and sell them, pressure them, and with a free meal, a free hotel room.
Oh yeah, that happened on our honeymoon. First person you interact with is the timeshare salesman when you get to the resort. And I said, no, thank you. There's nothing you could offer us that would make sitting through 3 hours of this hell worth it.
Jeez, man. It's like, you know, they're just, it's the scummiest thing. Oh, yeah. Anyway, so, dude, your wife has to talk about this. You can never talk about it again to them. You can only encourage her and cause her to have courage to be clear and kind and grateful, and the answer is no. Anytime it comes up, anything you can do like that. But yeah, you can't do. There's those convinced against their will are of the same opinion still, and sons-in-law are not usually in a position of strength to take this on, or daughters-in-law. You gotta take care of your own blood. There, it's the best possible probability of this turning out well relationally. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.